Hi, it's a rainy day in September and school has been suspended. I decided to take a day off work to relax since we've been nonstop for the past couple of months. It's a cozy and quiet day, and I'm suddenly feeling the urge to bake. I've been ignoring my sourdough starter for almost about a month, and it badly needs my attention. I also have an overripe banana that I have to use up, so I was thinking making something sourdough with banana. So I decided to make sourdough banana muffins. I'll be using a recipe from Farmhouse on Boone. I'll be posting a link of the recipe in the description box below. It's still raining hard outside and we're currently on flood watch. I'm getting nervous because our house just got flooded like last July. But if you'd like to learn more about the flood, I posted a video about it just last week. And the video shows you what we did and the steps that we did to minimize the damage. I'll link the video in the description box below and I'll link it at the end of the video. I'm adding in melted butter and it's supposed to be brown sugar, but I have kind of like a blonde sugar in the mixer using a paddle attachment, and I'm supposed to mix this for around 5 minutes. I'm using these muffin liners I got from the grocery. They're pretty basic and they stuck to the muffins, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to grease this or maybe I should just get better ones next time. I decided to add all my wet ingredients in 1 cup, so it's easier for me to add it to the mixer. These are my bananas. They're not as bad as I expected them to be. I'm supposed to mash them, but they're quite firmer than I expected. It makes me wonder if they really were overripe in the first place. My sourdough starter has been neglected in the refrigerator for about a month. There's so much more to sourdough than just bread, and I have to say I'm kind of enjoying making discard recipes instead of the sourdough bread. My butter and sugar mixture is looking creamier now, and I'm just scraping it a little bit so I make sure that the bottom parts are creamed as well. The recipe says to add all the wet ingredients, I think, at once, then mix it by hand. It's not what I'm doing here. I'm doing a more lazier approach. But looking back at it, I should have stopped the mixer, dumped everything, and then turned it on a bit. I'm adding the bananas in, and we're going to do a quick mix. If you don't know, the thing with muffins is that you shouldn't overmix them. That's why you're supposed to mix these by hand. But again, I'm a bit lazy and I'm not following the recipe to a T. So my goal here right now is to undermix it, especially since I'm using the KitchenAid mixer. I'm adding in all the dry ingredients. You're supposed to add it in 3 parts and mix it by hand. Since I'm using the mixer and I don't want to overmix it, I'm counting about, I think, around 10 seconds. Then I'm stopping the mixer and adding more. Then 10 seconds again and repeat. Also, the mixer is on the lowest speed. Oh, by the way, a tip with the dry ingredients, I recommend that you sift them first, because my husband ended up with a muffin that had a chunk of, I think, baking soda, and it wasn't fun for him. So I'm doing a last mix just to make sure that I'm scraping the sides and the bottom. We don't want to overmix this. Since I only have 1 tray available to me, I decided to double my scoop instead. If you want a more puffier or like a higher rise muffin, instead of filling up the whole pan with muffins, like just do half and leave a space in between so they have much more space to rise. I personally don't have extra pans and I have a fairly small oven. I might have toasted it a little bit. I was supposed to lower my temp, but I forgot. So I'm letting these cool for a little bit. The original recipe has a topping crumb thing that you add, but I didn't do it only because I didn't have the ingredients. Finally, the taste test. Even though I didn't follow this recipe to a T, these taste so good. And if I wasn't craving muffins immediately, I would have left these in the ref to long ferment a bit, just to get that sourdough gut benefit and that tangy flavor that I love about sourdough. I hope you enjoy this video, and let me know in the comments below if you want to see more cooking videos. Thanks, bye!